Today, will two extremely deadly and dangerous alien monsters going at it. The Xenomorph from Alien is going up against the Death Angel from A Quiet Place. So who's coming out on top here? And is this fight even close? Let's get into it. The most dangerous living thing in the universe, the Xenomorph is the ultimate apex predator, a parasite that's hell-bent on carving a path of destruction throughout the galaxy. And you're gonna wish this thing kills you with its teeth and claws and tail. It's better than being forced to help create one of its young. Now, there are a lot of different variations of xenomorphs out there in the cosmos. For this video here, we're just going to be focusing on the drone aliens, which is the most common form. Xenomorphs are incredibly strong and powerful. They're able to easily one-shot people with their attacks, even armored soldiers with futuristic tech. And they definitely seem to have a thing for ripping people in half or tearing off limbs. And that's just scratching the surface. They're able to easily tear through metal like it's nothing, even shaking buildings or plowing through armored doors and walls. They're also stupid fast. They're incredibly agile. They're regularly able to leap around and surprise prey with just how fast they're able to move. And it doesn't just stop there. Some xenomorphs have legit been seen dodging bullets. They're straight up bullet timing. I told you they were fast. And really, they don't even need to be able to dodge bullets because they're more than tough enough to take them. It appears they can feel bullets with enough shots. They're going down, but by the time you're penetrating their armor, well, the xenomorph has already got its hands on you. So really, what's the point? They're able to quickly recover from being hit with pulse rifles, can take automatic gunfire and shotguns like it's nothing. They're even able to keep on attacking through explosive ammo. And it doesn't just stop there either. They're able to shrug off most explosions they find themselves in, and blunt force attacks do basically nothing. And it's not just that these aliens are incredibly durable, but man, they're just incredibly resilient too. Absolutely nothing is going to stop them from trying to kill you. Their body can be broken and useless, limbs missing and all shot up and everything. The xenomorph still is going to continue charging and continue trying to put down its prey. And it has a ton of different ways that it can kill its prey too. Teeth, claws, tails, all of it are incredibly deadly and dangerous. They're able to absolutely gut people and slash right through their bodies. Their tails can pierce right through soldiers with heavy armor. They're actually easily strong enough to just throw people around with their tails too. And their mouth is exceptionally deadly. With their secondary hinged jaws, well, they can basically punch right through people with their mouth, breaking bones, absolutely ripping them to pieces. It's brutal to watch. Then of course there's the infamous acid blood. It can cut through anything from flesh and bone to metal, and the xenomorph actually knows how to use it in a fight and use it to its advantage. It also allows the alien to claim a lot of kills from the grave, because even if the xenomorph is killed, well, that means its blood is usually splattered all over the place, and it's currently eating away at whatever managed to kill it. The Death Angels are the unofficial name for the Quiet Place monster, but that's so much cooler than just calling them the Quiet Place monster. That's what they'll be going by here. They're extraterrestrial predators who crash landed and invaded Earth and quickly brought an end to all civilization. Within just a few months, they defeated the entire US military, destroyed the US government, and really brought an end to all the world's superpowers. The Death Angels come from a lightless planet, so they've spent their entire life in complete darkness and evolved the best hearing and senses that you'll ever see. They're basically just like Daredevil out there. Even the slightest noise from miles away, and they'll come running, completely intent on killing the prey. Let me tell you, they're incredibly powerful and incredibly dangerous. Death Angels can easily and routinely one-shot humans, can also easily knock around cars, really any metal that gets in their way. On top of that, you've also got to factor in they've killed most all the life on the planet. So that's including a lot of large animal predators, and of course the military too, taking down tanks and armored vehicles. They're seriously strong. They hear a sound, nothing is stopping them from getting to the source of that noise. It also doesn't hurt that they're stupid fast too. They can outrun speeding cars and easily kill people before most of them ever even had the chance to react. But really what makes the Death Angels so crazy in regards to versus stuff like this is just their durability. It's actually absolutely off the charts. Their armor is essentially impenetrable. They're able to shrug off basically everything that's sent their way. Even military grade weapons fail to do anything against them. And there's even just the fact that their planet was destroyed, blew up in a massive explosion, and all these Death Angels survived the explosion, then traveled through space on a bunch of meteors. Then those meteors crashed into Earth, hitting with the force of a nuclear bomb. And not only did all the Death Angels survive it, but right after that, so they took on literally all of humanity and won. Their durability is just simply off the charts. It also doesn't hurt that just their very presence throws off pretty much all electronics and causes some serious electromagnetic interference. We've really only seen it on a small scale, flickering screens and light bulbs, but it seems like they're also able to trigger some large-scale power outages. Like they set off a magnetic pulse that crippled Wall Street. Of course, the Death Angels aren't entirely unbeatable. They do have a significant weakness with their super hearing. They can be thrown off of high-frequency sounds, and if that sound is loud enough, they'll actually expose the flesh underneath their armor. With that flesh exposed, well, they can be pretty easily dispatched by, looks like, just about anything. It's a pretty significant weakness. Outside of that specific weakness, well, they're dang near unbeatable. And I know, it really makes no sense to say that their armor is durable enough to survive literally any weapon from mankind, yet their fleshy insides can be one-shot by a shotgun or even a microphone stand. But that's just the world that we're living in here. That's the world John Krasinski created. He's got the word of God here, and he says it, so it goes. So, who's winning here? Well, both aliens are obviously apex predators. They're incredibly powerful when they're working as a whole species, well, they're able to completely wipe out whole civilizations. Yeah, it's a sight to behold. And in a lot of ways, they're similar. They're both incredibly strong and fast and are all incredibly aggressive, just completely hellbent on ripping apart everything they can sink their claws and teeth into. But I'd actually give the strength and speed edge to the Xenomorph here. I mean, yeah, sure, the Death Angels are fast, but Xenomorphs are legit able to dodge bullets. We've never seen anything like that in A Quiet Place. And then they are basically the same when it comes to strength, but aliens are a little more consistent when it comes to ripping apart metal, so you can give them a slight edge. They're also much smarter, more practical hunters. Death Angels are just running all around, listening for any noise, then instantly trying to tear whatever made that noise to pieces. Xenomorphs will stalk and hunt their prey. They are incredibly quiet and sneaky, and then will attack at just the right moment, when their enemy is at their weakest and most vulnerable. Problem is, the Death Angel is like never weak or vulnerable. Like seriously, somehow A Quiet Place created one of the most OP alien invaders ever. Again, they're tough enough to survive explosions that are equivalent to nuclear bombs, and even straight up planetary destruction. The only weakness is that high-pitched frequency, which a Xenomorph can't reproduce. And outside of that, the Death Angel is literally invulnerable. So even if the Xenomorph perfectly sneaks up on them, manages to remain perfectly quiet until it's right on top of the Death Angel, it's not going to do any good. Because once they get into a hand-to-hand fight, well, the Xenomorph isn't going to be able to damage the Death Angel at all with any of its natural weapons, while the Death Angel could literally rip the Xenomorph to pieces. But that's where the acid blood comes into play. Because the Death Angel is so savage with its attacks, just hell-bent on tearing things up, you can bet there's going to be a lot of blood flying around. And even if the Xenomorph is taken out, well, it might be able to take out the Death Angel too, because it's going to be covered in that blood. But at best, that's just a draw and a death from the grave. And that's only if the blood is able to eat through its armor, which is highly questionable. We're talking about nuclear-proof skin here. And it's only if the Death Angel gets covered in enough of it, which again, is questionable. Outside of that, well, the Death Angel is just gonna rip the Xenomorph to pieces. And there's really nothing the alien can do about it. The Xenomorph has long held the crown of deadliest and dangerous alien out there, but the Quiet Place monster would absolutely dominate it in a fight, and it's not even close. But what do y'all think? Sound off in the comments down below. I know you're gonna have thoughts and feelings on this one for sure. If you stuck around this long and made it to the end of the video, that's amazing. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting us. And if you want to go subscribe, well, go subscribe. You're going to see more videos like this one every single week. I'll see y'all then. I'll see y'all next time.